Coming back to the young Philly
easy.
case, I'm not sure if you're aware of the young Philly case. He's obviously in Australia, and I think that's why it's important to also know the culture, the people you're going out there. I think from what I read, a girl must have come back to his hotel room. Well, if she's going back to the hotel room, isn't that consent?
Yeah.
Firstly. Secondly, it's he's now been charged of 4 penetrative counts of rape, right? On top of like asphyxiation, on top of like hitting, like beating someone. And I think the judge said, based on the evidence they've got, it's enough to say that no one would have consented. Now, for example, someone like Philly, people could say he's used his position of power to, you know.
What's the evidence?
Yeah, that's
This
what
is the
I'm saying.
thing,
Oh,
as
then
well.
what
I'm not
she's
commenting.
saying.
Well, this is the thing.
I'm
So
not commenting
obviously,
till I see
we're not
everything.
saying that he's guilty, but for them to keep him in Australia, they've kept him for the last 6 months in Australia, just say. What evidence does the police have to have for you to now be detained abroad for this charge? Is it all just circumstantial?
Just bearing in mind, before you answer that, I just want to say he's a public person of interest.
Well,
Yeah.
public person of interest aside,
Yeah.
the issue with these kind of allegations, they could easily be done.
Mm.
All you need to do is pick up the phone, call the police, and say, I didn't consent. Okay? The first issue on what you said was from what I read. We can't rely on what we're reading.
Well,
We
obviously
can't rely on what's
yeah.
on the news in respect
But
to young
they-
Philly. That's
yeah.
the first issue.
But the charges, they would have obviously been explicit because they named the charges. Now, just say even, let's break it down, 4 counts of...
The 4 counts, she's obviously submitted 4 separate occasions.
Well, it
Which
was all
could
in
have
one night.
Which, like
Yeah.
I said, which could have all been done during the same night.
Okay, so it could have been all just vaginal rape. Because I thought
could-
maybe
it
it's
could
oral
be-
rape.
It could be all 4.
Okay,
It could,
okay.
you know, it could be all. But it comes down to her account, which can quite easily be fabrication.